We will finish this chapter today. Only petty cash book point is remaining. So give the heading in your notebooks. Petty cash book. Now listen everyone. You don't have to write it, just be attentive. What is the concept of petty cash book? Understand that. See, small expenses in business are incurred many in number, but they are very small in amount. They are incurred many in number, but they are small in amount. Now, for example, for tea and coffee, you may pay every day 20 rupees, 25 rupees, but every day you'll pay for it. So, or maximum, the tea wala will do the settlement weekly, not monthly. He comes and collects the money every day in the evening, or he collects 1 week's amount. He has meager income, so he doesn't wait for 1 month. So you have small amount but many transactions. Same way, stationery in the business, pen, pencil, registers, they'll be required again and again. Amounts are small. You'll purchase 5 rupees pen, but maybe you purchase every 3-4 days. Registers you purchase every 3-4 days. So amounts are small but transactions are many. Now, if there are many transactions of this type, if there are few transactions, we can write them in main cash book itself. But if there are many transactions of this type, then we don't incorporate it in the main cash book. We maintain a separate cash book for these small expenses, which is called petty cash book. Because your main cash book will become very long otherwise. You'll have, and important transactions will lose the authenticity and importance in that main cash book. For example, if you have small transactions, 20 in number, then what will happen on the payment side? One big payment will come, buy purchase 30,000. Then 10 small payments will come, buy tea 5 rupees, buy pen or stationery 2 rupees. Small expenses will come. So transactions with big amount will lose the importance if you write small expenses many in number in the main cash book. So we separate them. We separate them, and small expenses we write it in which book? Petty cash book. And there are 2 different cashiers also. For the main cash book we have main cashier or chief cashier. And for the petty cash book we have a separate cashier, petty cashier. Petty cashier will maintain the petty cash book. Chief cashier will maintain the main cash book. Is everyone clear with it? Easiest topic in the chapter, because in this cash book there is only one receipt. When petty cashier receives the money from main cashier, main cashier will give him 2,000 rupees. Let us say, suppose I am the main cashier and Ruchika is the petty cashier. So I'll give her 2,000 rupees. From this 2,000 rupees you spend all the small amounts. After 20 days that 2,000 rupees gets over, she'll come back to me. I'll again give her 1,500 rupees. Now spend from that. So there is only one receipt for the petty cashier when he receives the amount from chief cashier or main cashier. All others are payments. So specimen itself is made in such a manner that there is one very small column of receipts and all the major columns are of payments. And everything will come on payment side only. So you don't have to think every time, what is the journal entry? You don't have to think every time, is it a receipt or a payment? Only one thing will come on the receipt side. What is that? Petty cashier receiving the money from chief cashier. Everything else will come on payments. Understood that? So there are 2 types of petty cash book which can be maintained. One is called simple petty cash book. The other is called petty cash book under impressed system. Initially, we'll do with simple petty cash book. After that, I'll explain you what is the concept of impressed system. Got it, everyone? Look at page number 140. No, not 140. Look at page number 160. All of you look at page number 160. Take a note. Do you find the specimen of petty cash book on that page? See, there is one very small column of receipts in the beginning. Because only one thing will come in receipts column. What is that? Amount received from chief cashier. Everything else will come on payment side. After that you have date and then your particulars. Date and particulars are common for the receipts as well as for the payments. Below date and particulars with pencil write down common for receipts and payments. Means particulars and date of receipts also we will write in this column. Particulars and date of payments also we will write in the same column. Okay. Then you have voucher number, then total amount, then see particulars of various expenses. They are given you two columns and examples. Which all small expenses are possible? Carriage, postage, stationery, tea and refreshment, other miscellaneous expenses. Do you find that? Then we have LF and then we have personal account in the ledger. Now personal account in the ledger we record only when any generally advance salary etc. you pay to your employee. When you give any advance amount to your employee, that comes in the personal column. Otherwise all the major expenses will come in as expenses. Is everyone clear with this? And you don't have to remember also this specimen. We'll read the question and find out which expenses are there. We'll make those columns only. We'll read the question and find out the expenses and make those columns only. For example, we'll be solving question 10, page 170. Look at page 170, we'll be solving question 10. So which all columns will we make for expenses? Third transaction underline wages, carriage. Fifth transaction underline postage. Eighth don't underline wages, it's already done. 10th underline stationery. 12th tea and refreshment. 15th miscellaneous expense. So you'll make these columns. Which all columns? Wages, carriage, postage, stationery, tea and refreshment, miscellaneous. 6 columns will be made in expenses. And then LF number and personal account. Did everyone of you understand this? So no need to even remember the specimen. Read the question and find out which expenses are incurred, make those columns. Any confusion in this? So make the format for question 10. Petty cash book of Jigar for October 2015. First column will be receipts, rupees. Date, particulars, these two columns will be common for receipts and payments. Then voucher number, then total amount, then particulars for various expenses. We will make 6 columns in this as we have underlined. Wages, rupees, carriage, rupees, postage, rupees, stationery, rupees, tea and refreshment, rupees and miscellaneous expenses, rupees. Thereafter LF number and then personal account in the ledger. All of you understood the columns? Make the formats. This question I'll explain you. Next one I'll ask you. It is very, very simple as such. Who all are still making the format? Do it fast. Who all are still making? 1 more minute, do it fast. It is very, very simple. I'll explain you 10th, I'll ask you 11th. So you'll be able to follow exactly what is it. And around 4 marks it will come in your exams. So it should be guaranteed for you all. You must be able to score that full marks completely. Subsidiary books and this cash book, you must be able to score full marks. Both are very easy chapter. Who all are still making the format? 15 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1st October, opening petty cash balance 4,000. Write it on the receipt side 4,000. Date 1. 2. Balance brought down. Okay. Amount received from chief cashier 1,000. I told you this is the only amount which will come on receipt side. Receipt side 1,000. Date again 1. chief cashier account. Any doubts? Wages of 600 and carriage of 400 are paid date 3. Everything will now come on payment side. Right, by wages account and carriage account. In total column 1000. Can you see 600 plus 400? Then in wages column 600. In carriage column 400. Raise your hand who did not understand this. All are clear with it? Very, very simple. Everything will come on the payment side. Anyone still writing it? Next. 700 paid for postage and postal stamps expenses. So date 5 by postage account in total column 700 as well as postage column 700. That very simple. Everything will come on the payment side, respective column. Okay. By wages account date, total column 200, wages column 200. Anyone who is not able to understand this? Shall I directly continue writing or do you want me to explain every time? Directly I continue writing now. All of you are clear with this? Date 10 by stationery expense account, total column 400, stationery column 400. Date 12 by tea and refreshment account, total column 150, tea and refreshment column 150. Now date 14. Raise your hand who is still writing up till 12. All have written it. Again it is 500 received from chief cashier, so that will come on receipt side. Amount received from chief cashier is the only thing which comes on the receipt side. 2 chief cashier account. Understood that everyone? Then 15th date, miscellaneous expenses paid 500, so date 15 by miscellaneous expenses account, total column 500, miscellaneous expense column 500. And last one, now this is where school teachers and even students make a mistake, so be attended. 400 is given to Mishal, but don't write it in personal account because it is for the payment of, so it will come in miscellaneous expense column. Whenever you pay this amount, do you give it to some person or not? For example, tea and refreshment. That tea wala at the basement, you know that shop? His name is Praveen. What is his name? Praveen. In my books, if I mention rupees 50 paid to Praveen for tea and refreshment, then am I going to write it in personal account? No. I am paying it for tea and refreshment only. So generally what amount will come in this personal account if you pay any amount to your own employee and generally you give it as an advance salary. Then only it will come in personal account. But in school also teachers make this mistake because name is given Mishal, they write it in personal account. Don't correct your teachers. If in school they write it in personal account, you write it in personal account in your school exams. If you write it in miscellaneous expense, then later marks. But the correct treatment is it should come in miscellaneous expense. Do anyone of you remember what was done in your school? Then write it in personal. And if it's written in miscellaneous, then it's correct already. It should be coming in miscellaneous only. Okay, in school exams, write it in personal. Right now we are going to do the correct treatment only. So date 17, write by miscellaneous expenses account and amount will come in miscellaneous expense column and total column 400. This is the correct treatment. But I repeat, you will follow what is done in your school. Some school teachers have made them write in miscellaneous expense also. So it's not that every teacher doesn't have the complete knowledge. Some school teachers have written that in miscellaneous expense also. Okay? Any confusion so far? Raise your hand who is still writing up till here. Now what are we supposed to do is simply pass the total of payments. First we will do the total amounts of all the payments. 2017, 19, 23, 24, 29, 33, 50, 3350, 800, 400, 700, 400, 150, 900 and 10. Any doubts in this? Raise your hand. Yes. By Vishal account. If you're writing this 400 in personal column, you'll write by Mishral account. In my exams, I'll give you wrong. You'll write by miscellaneous expense in miscellaneous expense column only. Verify from your school teachers. If they are writing in your school in personal column, then only you write it in your school exam in personal column. It is wrong. Is everyone clear with this? Yes, who all are still writing up till here? Raise your hand. Yes, Amit. But for the payment of miscellaneous expenses means we will record it in miscellaneous expense account only. The amount is incurred. The correct point of view is we always give these amounts to some people only. So someone or the other is going to receive that. Is everyone clear up till here? Now, understand it. What is the month's last date? 30. But can you see there is a big gap? Last transaction is on? Now business is not like your life. They don't have vacation of 13 days in a year. So this does not mean that next 13 days no business is done. We will do the balancing on 17th itself. Yes, if you find that last transaction is on 28th October, 29th October, then we may assume that last one day, 30th October, may be a Sunday or maybe off. So last 1 or 2 days we are not there, we can do the balancing on 30th October later. But 17 and 30, there is huge difference. So don't write the balancing date as 30th. Here we'll write the balancing date as 17 itself. Understood that portion, everyone? So after the total 17th, write down by balance carried down. Amount we don't know. Just write it by balance carried down. Okay? Now, receipt side total is 4,000 plus 1, 5,000 plus 500, 5,500. Write it on both the sides. Receipt side total 5,500, write it on both the sides parallel to each other. Done that? Raise your hand who is still writing up till here. Now do 5,500 minus 3350, 2150. To 5,500 minus 3350. Did you understand this? This is your by balance carried down. Opposite side after the receipt 2150. After 17 the date will be 18. After 17 what will be the next day? 18. Two balance brought down. This is how we have made the petty cash book. Very simple and slow. Understood this everyone? So only one thing will come on the receipt side. What is that? Amount received from chief cashier. Everything else will come on the payment side. And 4 marks it can come in your exams. They will not give you so many transactions. For 4 marks, they will give you few transactions only. Okay? Now, as I said to you, that petty cash book is of 2 types. One is simple petty cash book, the other is under. Now, what is this impressed system? Understand? Impressed system means the petty cashier is allowed to keep fixed amount at the beginning of every period. That period may be 1 week, that period may be 1 fortnight, 2 weeks, or it may be 1 month, depending on your business and the number of transactions. Let us assume, suppose the period is 1 month. So, petty cashier is allowed to keep fixed amount in the beginning of every month. Suppose we have decided that fixed amount is say 3,000. We have decided that fixed amount as 3,000. Okay. Now let us say Bhakti is my petty cashier. I'll give her 3,000 rupees on 1st of July. I'll give her 3,000 rupees on 1st of July. And every month beginning she should have 3,000. Now suppose in July she spends 2,500 of these expenses, 2,500 total. How much will remain with her? 500 will remain with her. On 1st August, after 1st July, 1st August, I'll give her 2,500. What she spent in the last month. How much balance she had? 500. I'll give her 2,500. Will it again become 3,000 or not? Yes. So same amount will be maintained in the beginning of every month. Now suppose August, she spends 2,100. How much will remain with her? 900. Now 1st September, how much will I give her? 2,100. What she has spent in the last month. So again, 1st September, 900 plus 2,100, she will have 3,000. Let us say September, she spends 2,800. How much will remain with her? So 1st October, I'll give her 2,800. This is called impressed system. Fixed amount is allowed to be kept in the every month. Got it, everyone? Everything will come same. Only one. Extra entry will come at the end. How much did you spend? That main cashier will give you back. So this entry will come on the receipt side. 33502 cheap cash. Everything else will remain. If it is impressed system, one extra entry will come at the. Everything else will remain. But in exams, read it carefully. If impressed system is mentioned, then the extra entry should be done at the. Raise your hand who did not understand the concept. All up there with it? Summary, notes. Note number 6. Give the heading impressed system. Impressed system. IMPREST. Impressed system petty cash book. Here, petty cashier is allowed to maintain fixed amount of. Here, petty cashier is allowed to maintain fixed amount of petty cash balance at the beginning of every period. I'm making you read period because this could be 1 week. It depends from business to business. If you have many small expenses, then you'll ask your petty cashier to keep 2,000 rupees for every week. Some may decide it for fortnight, some may decide it for 1 month. So every period, okay? Full stop. Whatever expenses are incurred in the preceding month will be paid by chief cashier to petty cashier in the beginning of every month. Chief cashier to petty cashier in the beginning of every month. Any doubts with this? Look at page 170, question 11. Question 11, same page. From the following transactions, prepare a petty cash book of Shri Prince as per petty impressed system. Petty impressed system, online impressed system. This words given in the question, then only you have to do this, otherwise, okay. In second transaction, online stationery, printing also will treat as stationery. Printing expense will be treated as stationery. Got it everyone? So online stationery, fifth online postage, seventh carriage wages. Then next is bridge, so that will come in personal account, okay? Sandeep for miscellaneous expense, so as I told you, we'll write it in miscellaneous expense column. Then all are repeated only. Carriage, stationery, miscellaneous, postal, wages, miscellaneous. So 5 columns will come here. Which 5? Stationery, postage, carriage, wages, miscellaneous. Okay? Make the format. Who all are still making the format? Completed? Now, be attentive. 1st November, cash received from chief cashier 5,000. Yash, Shimali. No one will be talking in between. Which column will write 5,000? Column on receipts column 5,000. Date 1 to chief cashier account. Understood that? Next. Ruchika, second date. 500 for printing charges of the book and 350 for stationery. Actually, printing also we will record it. So you'll simply write by stationery account and you'll record the total in that directly. 500 plus 350, 815 total as well as stationery. Punch it up with by postal expense or postage account. Amounts in which column? Total as well as postage 200. Then Himanshu 7. Yes, by carriage and wages account. Total 100. Carriage 50. Wages 50. Singh 10th. By bridge account. This will come as by bridge account and 100 in total as well as personal column. Understood that everyone? Then date 12. Now the Yes, will we write by Sandeep or by miscellaneous expense? Correct treatment is by miscellaneous expenses account. In your school, if they are writing by Sandeep account, follow that. I'll also give you the marks, follow that, no problem. Because in majority schools, they follow that. So you will get confused what to write in two places. So even if you write by Sandeep account and write the amount in personal account, I'll give you the marks for that. Is everyone clear with this? The amount is 200. But here it will come in which column? Miscellaneous expense. Then Rodriguez. Eddie? Yes, by carriage account and stationery account. Total 350. Carriage 50 and stationery. Did all of you understand this? Any doubts? Dhruvi next. By miscellaneous expenses account. In total amount 100. And miscellaneous also 100. Then date 24, Kiran, 80 paid for postal expenses. By? We have paid for postal, then by stationery? By postage account, 80 in total as well as in postage. And the last one, 350 for wages and 70 for miscellaneous expenses are paid, but by wages and miscellaneous expense account, total 420, wages 350 and miscellaneous expense 70. Did all of you understand this? Anyone having any doubt in this? Now first we will do the total of payments. Okay, first we'll do the total of payments. So 800, 1000, 11, 12, 14, 17, 18, 22, 23, 2400, 1150, 280, 100, 400, 370 and 100. Any confusion in this? All are clear up till here? Now, date 28. Is it very near to end of the month or not? So here we'll write 31. Okay. 30th November by balance carried down and leave the space. Okay. Raise your hand is still doing up till here. Completed. Now receipt side total is 5,000. Write it both the sides parallel to each other. Understood that? Now 5,000 minus 2,400, 2,600. 5,000 minus 2,400, 2,600. Opposite side again. 2,600. Now date will be 1st December 2015. To balance brought down. So up till here everything same. Now what will we do under impress system? Extra. As I told you, petty cashier is allowed to keep fixed amount every month's beginning, that is 5,000. What did he spend in the last month? This 2,400 will be given back to him on 1st December by chief cashier. So to chief cashier. What happened?
Was it January?
Is it November? After November, after 30 November, it will be 1st December. Did everyone understand this? Anyone having any doubt in this? So this is the only one extra entry if you are asked to make it under impress system. Understood that? Now look at question number 12. Now question 12 can be asked in exams for 2 marks or 3 marks. And I'm sorry, it cannot be asked. It will be asked for 2 or 3 marks, guaranteed, because there are very few questions in the syllabus which can be asked for 2 or 3 marks. Otherwise, you can see all accounting questions are 10-12 marks only, big. Very few questions are there which can be asked for 2 or 3 marks. So they always come. Very scoring, you can pass only 2 journal entries. If it is asked for 2 marks, it will be 1 mark each journal entry. If it comes for 3 marks, first is a bigger journal entry, that will be for 2 marks. Second entry will be for 1 mark. Look at it. The following information has been obtained in respect of petty cash book maintained as per petty cash book on impressed system. And an impressed system for the month of 31st December 2015. From this information, pass journal entries. See, we have to discuss what journal entries will be passed by chief cashier. At the end, when petty cashier gives the record of all the expenses to the chief cashier, how does he incorporate it in his main books of accounts? So, can you see all these expenses: stationery, carriage, wages, tea and refreshment, miscellaneous? They are the total amounts. Can you see these totals? That way, they are the total amounts for the month of December. Now, how main cashier will record in his books of accounts on 31st December? First, on 31st December, he will record these expenses. So, debit all expenses and losses. All these expenses he will debit in his books of accounts. And he has to pay it back to the petty cashier in the beginning of next month under the impressed system. So, amount is payable to petty cashier. Credit the payable to petty cashier account. When will this journal entry be passed? 31/12/15. After the month is over, then main cashier will record all these expenses in his books. So what entry will pass? All these expenses he will debit all expenses and losses to petty cashier account, because the amount is payable to petty cashier. Credit the payables. Okay. And when will he pay that amounts to the petty cashier? In the beginning of next month. This is 31/12/15. So 1/1/16, beginning of next month. Petty cashier is the receiver. Debit the receiver. So petty cashier account, debit. Cash goes out. Credit what? Goes out to cash. Two journal entries are to be. Any confusions in this? Make the format. Journals format. Question 12. Journal entries by chief cashier. In the class or outside? Yes, make the small format of journal. Small format, 6 to 8 lines, only 2 entries will only come. All of you have understood this concept, what I explained you? 31st December, first main cashier will record this entry of expenses and he'll pay that money to petty cashier on 1st January, beginning of the next month. And it is guaranteed it will come for 2 or 3 months, okay? Did you all complete the specimen, journal? Who all are doing it still? Now, as I said, first on 31st December will pass the entry for expenses. Write down 31/12/15. All these expenses we will debit by the rule debit all expenses and losses. So stationery account debit 500, carriage account debit 90, wages account debit 980, tea and refreshment account debit 200, and miscellaneous expense account debit 300. Are you all clear with this? Debit all expenses and losses. And presently, on 31st December, amount is not paid. It is going to be paid on 1st January. So right now the amount is payable to petty cashier. Credit the payables. So to petty cashier account by 14, 16, 19, 2070. Did everyone understand this? Anyone having any doubt in it? B. Particulars of various expenses recorded from petty cash book. Okay? Now after 31/12/15, 1/1/16, you'll pay that money to the petty cashier. So petty cashier is the receiver. Debit the receiver. Petty cashier account debit with this 2070. Cash goes out. Credit what goes out to cash account 2070. Understood that? B. Cash paid to petty cashier. So all of you understood that? Total 4140. So the chapter is over. Illustration. Illustration 8, 9, 10. Just 1 minute. Illustration 9, 10, 11 is your homework. Illustration 9, simple petty cash book. 10 is of the journal entry. 11 is this impress system. 1 minute. Illustration 9, 10, 11 is your homework for tomorrow. Also, I told you, don't close it. One more notice to be written. I told you 2 columnar cash books you will be practicing on your own. So your homework for Wednesday, accounts homework for Wednesday. I'll give you two questions of 2 columnar cash book. On Wednesday you will be doing illustration. I think 1 and 2 are already done. Illustration 3 and 4 on Wednesday. Thursday, illustration 5. Illustration 5 and exercise 5. Thursday, illustration 5 and exercise 5. And Friday, exercise 6 and 7. Now, one small point is remaining. Be attentive. It will be there in your illustrations homework and it is an important point. I am discussing that so that you are able to do the illustrations. The point is of endorsement. Listen everyone. Understand the concept first. Suppose, what is endorsement? Suppose I have to receive 5,000 from Parth and I have to pay 5,000 to Shamita. Now, what I can do is, whatever check I receive from Parth, if I don't want to waste my extra checks, on the back side of that check I'll mention endorsed in favor of Shamita. And I'll inform to Parth in advance that I'm giving it to my own creditor. He will also sign on the back side, I will also sign on the back side. So when she presents the check in the bank will accept it. Okay, this is called endorsement. Same check I am forwarding to someone else. Now what you have to do when it comes in your question? Like what is the date today? 21. If I receive check from Parth on 21 and I endorse it to Shamita on 21 itself, no entry in cash book. Because the entry will be Shamita is the receiver, debit the receiver, Shamita account debit. Parth is the giver, credit the giver to Parth account, Shamita to Parth. It will not come in cash book. But if I receive the check from Parth today 21 and I give it to Shamita on 22, then entry will come in cash book. On 21 I receive it from Parth, so it will show it on receipt side to Parth account. On 22 I give it to, it will show on payment side by Shamita account, both the sides in back account. And in case if that check dishonors, I told you yesterday you'll reverse all the entries. Then Shamita I'll reverse and write on the receipt side, Parth also I'll reverse and write on the payment side. And if that earlier entry gets dishonored, same day, then no entry. Because for endorsement also there was no entry. Write down the note, last note, this one. I told you don't close the book, there is one more note remaining. If a check is received, and endorsed, learn the word endorsed, E-N-D-O-R-S-E-D, on the same day, comma, then no entry in the books of accounts. In the cash book, sorry. In books of accounts it will come in journal proper. No entry in cash book. Because the entry would be Shamita to Parth and will directly write that entry in journal proper. Understood that? And then same day and no entry in cash book. Next paragraph. However, if a check is received and endorsed, if a check is received and endorsed on the subsequent days, then check received will be recorded on the receipt side and endorsed will be recorded on the payment side. Understood that? Look at page 149. Look at page 149. Page 149. See 24th date above. Look at page 149, date 24 above. Check of 3,000. Silence. Check of 3,000 received from Tejal, which is endorsed to Sejal. Same date is endorsed. No entry. Sejal to Tejal will be the journal entry. See on the next page, explanation is given. First one. Can you see that entry, Sejal to Tejal? That will come in journal proper. Look at date 29 and 30. Look at date 29 and 30. Check of 2,000 received from customer Virendra. Next day, check of 3,000 received from customer Virendra, which is endorsed in favor of Surendra. Now is it on same day or subsequent day? See in the solution, last entry on the debit side, do you find to Virendra? As well as on the payment side by Surendra? Mark all the three important, 24, 29, 30. Now you must be able to do this. That'll be all for today. Bye everyone.